Wall Street is sending completely different signals. JP Morgan just raised its Tesla target from $145 to $475 per share, calling it a physical AI leader. Piper says $500 and believes autonomy is effectively solved. Meanwhile, Dan Loeb says Nvidia is still absolutely undervalued at $5 trillion of market cap, even after a 14x run since ChatGPT launched. Analysts still see roughly 44% upside from current levels. But not everyone agrees. Bank of America says the market is flashing 7 of 10 major warning signs. Kramer says be patient. And Morningstar argues SpaceX is worth roughly half of its IPO valuation. So who's right, the AI bulls or the valuation bears? And more importantly, is the options market pricing in a breakout, a pullback, or something in between? Let's take a look on today's episode of Options Math Check. So we got SPX pulled up here, and boy, oh boy, do we have some big red bars. I had some drawings on here just illustrating how if you sell a put spread yesterday, even if it went 100 points in the money plus, you ended with a positive P&L at the end of the day. Just a crazy intraday rally yesterday, and it was synonymous with Friday's sell-off, although we caught a bid at the end of the day yesterday. It was a crazy rally, but we're seeing the market sell off today. I think when it comes down to picking whether the market's going to move to the upside or downside, it can be really tough to do. I think there are certain things in the market right now that are a little bit spooky. Earlier yesterday, you saw the market basically crashing to the downside while crude oil was selling off too. And over the past couple of months, we've seen the opposite. We've seen crude oil up, market down. Today, you're actually seeing that play out with crude oil up almost 4% and the E-minis and NASDAQ down roughly 1.5%. So I think the most interesting thing here, just looking at the vol curve, and I've talked about this before, I'll talk about it again. I think this is the most important thing to keep your eye on if you're playing for a crash in the S&P 500. The only way a crash in the S&P 500 could happen in my mind is if the volatility curve in the VIX futures goes into backwardation, which just means the near-term contract, in this case the M contract, is a higher price than the N. We've seen that historically be the case where when we see big market moves to the downside that are continuous, the near-term vol futures contract will be a higher price than the next one. Just a few days ago, we had like a 2-point contango, which is when the M contract is a lower price than the N. So that means you might have seen the M at like 18 or 17 and the N at 20 or 21. That would be contango. We're still in contango now, but this thing is flattening out really quickly. We got as narrow as kind of flat yesterday before the market rallied back. But we're seeing this thing flatten out again. The M contract's at 2040, the N's at 2120, so less than a point now of contango between these two contracts, and just 2 points between the M and this further dated contract, the V. So when you look at the VIX, you're going to see a similar reaction, up 10% today, up at 21.5, and that's kind of a synonymous move with the vol futures flattening out here. So who's to say whether the market will rebound today or not? But I do think that if you're playing for a continued move, a couple days ago, I would have said no dice because the vol futures market was much more in contango than it is now. But the market has given us a couple of days of big red days, and the vol market is now reacting. So I think the door is slightly open in terms of a continuation to the downside. Again, we talked about Bank of America saying 7 of 10 warning signs are flashing right now. You've got some strong valuations, and you've got some tech stocks like Oracle reporting after the market today that have lofty expectations, but we've seen these tech stocks just tank after even posting really good numbers. So I think when it comes down to specific stocks and SpaceX, there's a lot to be said about SpaceX and the IPO. Let's just say liquidity pours out of the general market and into SpaceX to participate, and then SpaceX goes down 50% in the stock price. Well, that's probably not going to be great for the overall stock market itself. But again, I think looking at SPX and the implied move for the day and the rest of the week, we are pricing in quite a bit of movement for the rest of the week here. It's already Wednesday, and we still have over 100 points of an implied move through the end of the week. And even from the rest of the day till tomorrow, Still an 80-point move implied for tomorrow, and then 110 points for the rest of the week here. So we're not out of the woods just yet. I think keep your eye on the VIX, keep your eye on the vol futures market. But again, as long as we are in contango, even by just a slight bit, I think we'll see more two-sided action. But if we do flip into backwardation, whether it's 2 points, 3 points, 4 points or more the futures markets are backwardated, the more volatile we're going to see these markets move. Just to give you context, in COVID, that was the biggest backwardation I saw. And that was a 15-point backwardation in vol futures, and the VIX was at 80. So keep your eye on the VIX futures market. And what's really, really interesting in SPX specifically is you look at the end of the year, when we look 1,000 points out of the money on either side. We did this just a little bit ago as well. But you look at the 6,300 trading for 12K, 21% probability of being in the money, 1,000 points out of the money to the downside. Then you look at the upside, and you see a very different picture than what we saw earlier this year, just a few months ago. We saw these options trading at much more similar prices. 12K, maybe the call was trading at 10K, something like that. But you're seeing a lot of the value on this call side get zapped out. You're seeing the probability drop pretty dramatically. When we were near the highs in the E-mini S&Ps, we actually had a greater probability of a move to the upside. Even though the option prices were similar, you're going to still see put skew priced into these markets because of the velocity of moves that we can see and we are seeing right now. But still, a dynamic is shifting here in the S&P 500 markets. I think that permeates through products like the AI sector. You've got Tesla, a big question mark. I think Tesla might see a little bit of a liquidity zap. Some people out of Tesla moving into SpaceX when they IPO, because we know Tesla has always been a proxy for SpaceX, and people trade Tesla to get that proxy exposure. So we will see. Let me know what you think in the comments below, though. Please like this video, subscribe to the tastylive channel, and we'll see you on the next Options Math Check.